over the seas, call 1-800-PPP.
Yes, here at Papa Poo-Pee Travel Agency, we specialize in exotic locations and unusual destinations. From the top of the world to the bottom, and straight from the bottom to the top.
When you got a destination that you die to see, call 1-800-PPP.
For years, I had heard rumors about a lost tribe of beings living alone on an island somewhere off the coast of Western Australia. When I finally secured enough capital to fund an expedition, I set out. The plane landed in a hidden bay. Our native guide told us that this island was known to be cursed, and that the locals called it Doo-Doo Land. Almost immediately we heard the sounds of life. Low chanting, horrendous gagging and heaving sounds echoed throughout the thick forest. We came upon a fire, and a group of these beings were huddled closely around a large iron pot. Their leader spotted us and cautiously motioned us over. He was a short, squat fellow and had an ever-present wild look in his eyes. He explained through a series of grunts and flatulent sounds that they were preparing a drug he referred to as GJENKEM. Not fully understanding the potency of the drug, I partook and began what was to be a week-long period of ecstatic brotherhood, storytelling, and Jenkem music. He told me of his tribe's struggles and how they longed to leave their tiny island. I agreed to take them, yes, the entire tribe onto my plane, and to move them to the United States, where they would be used kindly.
I had been traveling the grand highways and the hidden footpaths of America, the US of A, for months, when I chanced upon a small train of people making a pilgrimage west to Doo-Doo Mountain. I engaged them in friendly conversation and asked if I could join their troop. Along the way, we told stories to pass the time by. One man spoke of a great prophet who dwelt at the foot of Doo-Doo Mountain. His teachings could open up the limits of the human mind to the expansive beauty of oblivion.
You must take the brown breath to achieve the life beyond the death.
The storyteller offered up several more of this prophet's axioms along the way, but I forget them now. Guess that's just the price you pay to see the face of God. Come on down to Doo-Doo Mountain, you know where I teach, where the sky is wide and the eye inside you hearkens to be. Come on down to Doo-Doo Mountain, you know where I stay, where the streams run brown and the breeze blows brisk and the pine trees all sway. On a farm near San Francisco lives a prophet of the people. Draw to him by his holy name.
Papa Poo-Pee!
If you're lost, just ask him about it. If you're in pain, he'll never doubt it. If you're confused, he'll make you whole. He'll make you sing in the drought or in the rain. We arrived at the commune late one afternoon and were immediately engaged in congenial work. The women were sent into the woods to hunt for rare herbs and wild mushrooms, while the men and I were given shovels and pickaxes to dig a row of deep latrines. The children made dolls out of dandelion stems and splashed in a small waterfall that churned the water of the stream murky brown. And there, as the evening began to settle down around us, Papa Poo-Pee brought out his 100-piece service made of thick, solid gold. There were plates and gravy boats, golden cutlery and saucers, and a giant punch bowl that shined orange and red in the setting sun. More than 100 pieces, and every one of them gold. At
this time, Papa would begin to tell us the story of the Jenkemites' persecution and subsequent exodus from the Holy Land. He regaled us with proverbs about taking only what you need and sharing alike. And when the eyes of the children of the commune grew heavy, Papa would pass around the golden mason jar and recount to us the day when he descended from Doodoo Mountain with the 10 Commandments.
Papa Poo-Pee!
Empty your minds and breathe the brown cloud. Complete and absolute equilibrium are the only truths. A person with a soiled soul is as a fraction, never whole. The doodoo is not to be feared as unclean. It is the body's gift to those who have achieved organized balance. And we, satisfied in our handshake haze, could see the images of his narrative with our inner eyes. Yea, even the ones among us who had already grown blind. Papa Poo spoke to us in equal parts arithmetic and philosophy. A primordial scream formed deep in my lungs, and I collapsed in a heap, helpless, like a new boy. And the imposing bulk of Doodoo Mountain rose up before me, as if lifted by angels and demons alike. And then it transformed into the face of my good friend GELLOCHIO, born from the tears that come from mine outer eyes. Well, I told you I'd see you down the road, odd fellow, and there you are. Fancy seeing you here at Doodoo Mountain. I really think it's a magical place, and my oh my, is that Mr. Papa Poo-Pee a delightful host. I feel he is a wise man. He has plans for us. Certain he wants to meet you.
You know where I stay.
Papa Poo-Pee!
Speak of love in the latex glove and what looks like wet clay.
Papa Poo-Pee presents!
Come on down to Doodoo Mountain, you know where I'll be. Just bring your nose and a handshake that'll introduce you to me. When the river is running and the sky's filled up with sunlight, and you can hear the voice of nature in the trees. Just have a seat around the fire, watch the wisps of the smoke grow higher, higher, and listen to the gospel of the great and the wise.
So I raised the young GELLOCHIO at the Doodoo Mountain commune in the ancient tradition of the Jenkemites and under the strict guidance of Papa Poo-Pee. The river turned brown and sweated oil and tar, and he passed the stages of his age and youth, entering the whirlpool.
You summoned me.
From time to time, GELLOCHIO would ask me to speak of his origin. I would tell him the fanciful tale of how I both fathered and mothered him, nursing him from my wrinkled dugs. My, how he grew. Soon he was thinking for himself, just like his old man mother. Papa Poo-Pee! In time, as Papa Poo-Pee began to make money hand over fist by selling the amazing healing properties of Jenkem, it was only natural that GELLOCHIO would rise through the ranks of the commune, serving in his proper role at the proper time within the Jenkemite administration. Today, from time to time, I get postcards from my child, GELLOCHIO. He speaks of the inner city street life, about the hustlers, pimps, and whores, and the vast numbers of Jenkemites who flow daily over the Brooklyn Bridge. So many. I had not thought Jenkem had undone so many. And now, I nearly blind, throbbing between two lives, an old man with wrinkled female breasts, roamed the countrysides, preaching the gospel of the great Papa Poo-Pee, and promoting the incredible healing properties of Jenkem. Need any Jenkem?